Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of comics, movies, and everything in between, because we're talking about the baddest of the bad, the most evil of the evil, the supervillains. These antagonists are the heart of so many stories, pushing our heroes to their limits and forcing them to confront impossible choices. Get ready to explore the origins, motivations, and lasting impact of the top supervillains of all time. From the twisted minds of psychopaths to the ideologically driven, we're breaking down why these villains are more than just bad guys, but complex, compelling characters in their own right. Let's get started. First up, we have the clown prince of crime himself, the Joker. This isn't just a supervillain, it's become a title, a symbol of pure anarchy and chaos. And that's what makes him so terrifying and enduring. There's no grand plan for world domination, no tragic backstory you can point to and say, that's why he's like this. He just wants to watch the world burn. And he does it all with this terrifying grin plastered across his face. But it's more than just the look, right? It's Heath Ledger's unsettling performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight, the chilling laughter of Mark Hamill in Batman the Animated Series. They tap into something primal, something that scares us on a deeper level. We're terrified of the unknown, the unpredictable, and that's what the Joker represents. He's a walking, talking embodiment of chaos, and that makes him one of the most compelling and terrifying villains ever created. The Joker's popularity also stems from his role as the perfect foil to Batman. The Dark Knight, a symbol of order and justice, is constantly challenged by the Joker's brand of madness. It's this clash of ideologies, of order versus chaos, that makes their dynamic so captivating. And let's not forget the Joker's impact on pop culture. He's transcended comic books, inspiring countless interpretations in movies, TV shows, video games, and even fashion. The Joker is a cultural phenomenon, and his image is instantly recognizable around the world. From one iconic villain to another, we move on to the Star Wars universe, to a villain who needs no introduction. Darth Vader. The mask, the breathing, the voice. James Earl Jones, you are a legend. Darth Vader is the epitome of imposing. But what makes him truly fascinating is the tragedy that lies beneath the surface. This isn't some one-dimensional bad guy. This is Anakin Skywalker, a promising Jedi Knight, seduced by the dark side and twisted into the Emperor's enforcer. We see glimpses of the good in him, the internal struggle, especially in the prequels, and even more so in the final moments of Return of the Jedi. That's what makes Darth Vader so compelling. He's a cautionary tale of power corrupting, of good intentions gone astray. Now let's talk about a villain who's a little less tragic and a lot more mischievous. From the grand cosmic stage of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's Loki, the god of mischief, the adopted brother of Thor. Loki is a villain who revels in chaos and trickery. He's not out to destroy worlds. Well, not always. He's motivated by a desire for power, yes, but also for recognition, for a place at the table. And who can blame him? He's lived in Thor's shadow his entire life. But what makes Loki so entertaining is his undeniable charm and wit. Tom Hiddleston's portrayal is just. He's charismatic, he's funny, and he always has a trick up his sleeve. Loki is the kind of villain you love to hate, and maybe even hate to love just a little bit. Thanos the Mad Titan. Okay, it's time to talk about the big purple elephant in the room. Thanos. Now, Thanos is a different breed of villain. He's not motivated by chaos or personal gain. He genuinely believes he's doing the right thing. His plan to wipe out half of all life in the universe? In his mind, it's a necessary evil to save the other half. Twisted? Absolutely. But it's a perspective that makes him more than just a power-hungry madman. He's a complex character with a clear motivation, and you have to give him credit for commitment. He forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about morality, sacrifice, and the greater good. Magneto, the mutant master of magnetism. Next up is a villain who's a product of his time, a reflection of real-world prejudice and the struggle for equality. Magneto, the master of magnetism, is a powerful mutant with a tragic past. He witnessed the horrors of the Holocaust firsthand, shaping his worldview and fueling his distrust of humanity. Magneto sees mutants as the next step in evolution, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to protect them, even if it means waging war on humanity. It's this internal conflict, this struggle between his desire for peace and his willingness to use violence that makes Magneto such a complex and compelling character. He's not just a villain, he's a revolutionary, a fighter for his people, even if his methods are questionable. He embodies the anger, the frustration, the feeling of being ostracized and feared simply for being different. Lex Luthor, the criminal mastermind. From the world of mutants to the bright and colorful world of Metropolis, we have Lex Luthor, Superman's arch-nemesis. Now, Lex is not your typical villain with superpowers or a costume. He's a businessman, a genius intellect, and a master manipulator. He's the embodiment of everything Superman stands against: greed, power, and a lack of compassion. But what makes Lex so fascinating is that he doesn't see himself as the villain. He genuinely believes he's doing what's best for humanity. In his mind, Superman, with his godlike powers, is a threat, a being holding humanity back from reaching its full potential. It's a twisted sense of logic, but it's what drives him. Green Goblin, the Goblin of Greed. Speaking of twisted senses of logic, let's talk about the Green Goblin, Spider-Man's arch-nemesis. Norman Osborn, the man behind the mask, is a tragic figure consumed by his own ambition and driven to madness by the very thing that was supposed to make him powerful, the Goblin Serum. He's a stark reminder that power corrupts, and that even the most brilliant minds can be shattered by their own demons. What makes the Green Goblin so terrifying is his unpredictability. He's prone to fits of rage, and his actions are often driven by impulse and a desire to inflict pain. He's not afraid to cross the line to target Spider-Man's loved ones, making him one of the most personal and emotionally charged villains in Spider-Man's rogues gallery. And let's be honest, that cackle, that chilling, maniacal laughter, it sends shivers down your spine. Now let's talk about a villain who's less of a villain and more of a ruler. A king, albeit a tyrannical one. Dr. Doom, the sovereign ruler of Latveria, is a complex character with a tragic backstory. He's a brilliant scientist and sorcerer, disfigured in an experiment gone wrong. Driven by a desire for power and a need to prove himself, Doom is a force to be reckoned with. But what makes Doom so intriguing is his unwavering belief in his own righteousness. He genuinely believes he knows what's best for the world, and he's willing to rule with an iron fist to achieve his vision. He's a dictator, yes, but one with a complex code of honor, and he's shown compassion and mercy on occasion. From the world of magic and technology to the realm of symbiotes, we have Venom. This alien symbiote, which bonds with Eddie Brock, is both terrifying and, well, kind of cool. Venom is a creature of pure rage and aggression, driven by a primal hunger and a desire to inflict pain. But what makes Venom so interesting is his complex relationship with Eddie Brock. They're two sides of the same coin, both harboring resentment towards Spider-Man and fueled by a thirst for vengeance. But it's more than just a parasitic relationship. There's a bond there, a twisted sort of friendship. And as Venom has evolved over the years, becoming more of an anti-hero, that bond has only grown stronger, making him one of the most complex and fascinating characters in the Spider-Man mythos. And finally, we have a villain who's gone from sidekick to icon in her own right, Harley Quinn. Originally introduced as the Joker's girlfriend and partner in crime, Harley has become a fan-favorite character with her own unique identity. She's chaotic, unpredictable, and deadly. But she's also vulnerable, sympathetic, and fiercely loyal. Harley's story is one of manipulation and abuse. She was once a brilliant psychiatrist, driven mad by her love for the Joker. But she's broken free from his control, embracing her own brand of madness and carving out her own path. And that's what makes her so compelling. She's a survivor, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of unimaginable trauma. And there you have it, folks. Our picks for the top supervillains of all time. From the Joker's chaotic brilliance to Harley Quinn's twisted resilience, these villains have captivated audiences for generations, proving that sometimes it's good to be bad. What did you think of our list? Did we miss any of your favorites? Who are your top picks for the greatest supervillains of all time? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of villainy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss an upload. Until next time, stay villainous.